All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. So yesterday we were gone and today we're back.
Now, you may ask yourself, one of our topics is, did we celebrate the 4th of July?
We don't never celebrate the 4th of July.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
But it's not because of why other people don't.
Do we celebrate it in the traditional way? Do we celebrate it just because it's a day off?
We don't celebrate the way like some people celebrate it.
Yeah.
Like we don't go all out and all that other stuff.
The picture of the family.
It's really a vacation day. That's all it is for us.
A day off, a day to party, a day to barbecue, a day to get with family, a day to sleep.
But what I did laugh at I was trying to look at different stories, and the one that I was laughing at was Rick Ross on the thing. It wasn't so much about him on the diving board and he fell trying to dive. It was the people making fun of it and memes, and then him coming back and saying something about it. So that's pretty much.
So he actually failed.
Well, I
was trying to figure out what was he doing.
Yeah, okay. Rick Ross was he's still heavy, but he was real heavy at one point. And you know how when fat people lose weight, then now all of a sudden they feel like they can do anything. Mm-hmm. That's Rick Ross right now.
He lost that weight. They're a new person.
Rick Ross feels like he could do anything now. Like he's unstoppable.
They're lighter, brighter, movable.
And you like, come on, Rick, man. You can't do everything. You was a heavy man, and you know you wasn't. But you know what? I seen some big people diving off.
Still dive and make a big splash
and dance. Everything.
That's why the cameras be really on a heavy person, fluffy woman.
Yeah,
if they really moving and grooving.
Yeah. So some of it all is in your mind, though. I guess you could do whatever.
Your body can do it. Yeah.
You could do whatever you put your mind to.
So he supposedly lost some weight. He was bigger than this.
Oh yeah, Rick Ross was way bigger.
You gotta
let
people know who Rick Ross is.
Rick Ross is a rapper. He's a rapper.
His mom, I don't think Mama know.
And he also, she don't know. You don't know a real big guy, Ma, that's a rapper with a beard. She probably seen him before. It says Rick Ross has addressed the viral video of his failed diving board attempt at his pool party. So let's look at his.
Oh, that's his pool party.
This is pool party. Yeah. So let's look at his. Look at his legs. Let's try to get.
Okay. I was expecting more. He really do what I would have done. I would say, you know, when you watch America's Funniest Videos and people, they getting ready to dive and they slip.
Oh, they
dive on the board.
They saw people's head hitting the board and all kind of stuff.
Like, oh shit.
Okay. So it says Rick Ross explains his failed pool diving attempt. On Monday, July 3rd, Rick Ross jumped on his Instagram story and posted a visual addressing the virtual video of his failed diving board attempt at his pool party. In the clip, the Maybach Music Group boss is attempting a diving board trick when his knees give out and he plunges into the water instead. Many fans felt that Ross may have injured himself during his failed dive. However, Rose is okay aside from a bruised ego.
That's his name, Rose?
Well, they call him Ricky Rose, and you know.
Oh, okay.
The funny thing about it, well, let me let him say what he said.
Okay.
Well, this is from XXL online. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm okay. He said, that's Mama's favorite line. I'm okay. I'm okay. I blew my tire, he said. I gave everyone my word. I would do the double-decker slapper. I said that on my Instagram story earlier that week. The double-decker slapper, what is that? Who knows? Never heard of it, he said. I made it up on the diving board, he continued. As for his clumsy fall in the pool, I did a double bounce and my knee caught a flat, he said. The thing that I'm laughing about is look at all the people around him. Mm-hmm. He was bragging all week that he's going to do this double-decker thing. And then he gets there, and then his knee gets out on him. Go ahead.
I'm surprised he didn't get back up to try it again.
His knee gave out on him. He probably was hurt. And then imagine you got to swim to the corner of the thing, and you got to get out. All these women. Look at this woman right here laughing at him.
You know what? We're going to play the video back and see who was like.
But at first, he didn't say nothing. And people kept talking about it and laughing about it and stuff. So my thing is, if you want people to stop laughing, you got to get out in front of it. So that's what he did. He got out.
Write their own narrative.
But then it's not as funny anymore. If you get out and you laugh, then somehow
there was memes you said people create it.
After a while, if you start laughing and making funny, then people be like, all right, move on to something else.
It ain't funny no more.
It's not funny no more.
Too.
Right.
Okay.
So I thought that was funny.
It took a while for him to say something.
It took a while, but he had to wait till everybody started talking about him, and then he came out. So I thought that was funny, which leads us to the next story. But
look at all the cameras.
Everybody had it on video, all different.
That's the back view.
All different views of him, his knee. Let's do it again. Of his leg giving out on him. The double decker, whatever he called this.
Like he was just bending down to jump in. What you said
his knee gave out on him. He said his knee got a flat tire. So I thought that was funny.
Okay.
Ricky Rose, his knee gave out on him.
That's a lot of people to be embarrassed with.
Yeah. But I thought that was funny because it kind of brings us up to the next thing about I gotta get out of this. About celebrating the 4th of July. Okay. And black people celebrate. Now that was his pool party.
And they really dressed to the T.
That was his pool party, and it was probably
4th of July.
It was probably a getting ready for the 4th of July.
Okay. And
a lot of people had pool parties and barbecues, and like you see this family, they went all out.
Wow.
And then I also saw people on Facebook that were downing people who were black and who were celebrating the 4th of July.
Remember when we...
Why are you touching me?
Remember when we... This brings me back of how we'll be enlightened on some information. Yeah. And we want to just scorn everybody else.
They don't even know what the original holiday is for. But yet they want to tell everybody not to celebrate.
Remember our old church when we was taught about Halloween.
Oh no, the music for you too.
No, I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about a holiday, a day that everybody celebrates, but they take it to the extreme.
Yeah. Pagan and
now
all
it's like Satan, and no churches want to celebrate it anymore. It's of the devil,
and that's fine if you don't want. Look. You are never in the history of this show gonna hear me stand and defend the 4th of July. You're never gonna hear me stand and defend Halloween.
Thank you.
You're never gonna hear me stand and defend using the N-word. But if you are the person who does any of that, I don't care.
Yeah.
That means not a big deal. That is not.
We don't get bent out of
You
shame.
guys are honestly, y'all still on the plantation.
Oh, where'd you say that?
It's so easy to distract y'all.
The shiny object.
It's so easy.
Look over here.
Let me show you.
Celebrate 4th of July.
Let me show you what y'all don't have in common, and then you'll spend all day and week and year arguing over that, and you're not even looking what's going on the other side. Y'all divided.
But you know what? A lot of the people are even saying, aside from maybe taking it to the extreme when you get mad at people if they're celebrating 4th of July, they want to educate everybody because they've been enlightened. We've all been enlightened now on we're reminded what the 4th of July is all about, right?
No, a lot of people
remember you said historically how we were treated to even celebrate the day.
We all know from school that the 4th of July is America's celebration of independence from Britain.
From Britain.
Unless you under a rock.
Is that the Tea Party?
That's all part of that whole thing. As part of all of that, we all know that when white people in this country started celebrating the 4th of July, we were slaves. We all know that. That's common sense.
And we wasn't
even considered human.
We were here in this country,
Right.
whether we liked it or not.
Then when the slaves apparently was free, even though some places we probably still on the books as being slaves.
Okay.
In some states,
Yeah.
it's not even all the way. And some people think Juneteenth. That's the other thing.
Piece of paper.
A lot of people who be like, "Oh, I celebrate Juneteenth." There was still black people that's Texas. There was still black people who still didn't know that they were slaves.
Yeah, or
around the country.
Or even if they were supposedly free, they were still not given that opportunity to walk in the freedom.
Then you had black people who, even long after that, after they were still slaves, then you say even today there's still slavery, because to me modern day penitentiaries is slavery.
Pretty much. Yep.
So technically, crazy Kanye said it. Oh, you ain't free. And Harriet Tubman didn't free nobody. That's what Kanye said.
We still enslaved.
So you call Kanye crazy for saying Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves, but yet you still say that, you know what I'm saying? It's you still holding on to these things of, well, we ain't free. And you basically, everybody has their own opinion about what freedom is. But in my opinion, until you become a newborn in Christ, you always
are not free. If we think of it as believing in Christ, who the Son sets free,
is free indeed. So from our faith,
whether it's systemic racism or not, you're free in Jesus.
From our faith, we believe until you become born again, you still a slave.
Yeah, you're a slave to sin.
You're a slave to sin.
Yeah. Would you rather be But here's the thing I was saying to my sister earlier. That's where phases of freedom, phases that we've gone through. 1776 marked the thing of not being under the British rule.
Yes.
I was saying to her, there are still islands that are under the British rule. Y'all know who y'all are.
Right.
Barbados was so happy to be free.
Right.
From British rule. So whether we were slaves there or not, hey, massa, you brought me over here and I didn't want to come. I came kicking and screaming, but you're not under the British rule.
Right.
So I'll take freedom as it comes.
And also,
in phases, whatever is needed.
We don't celebrate white people on the 4th of July. We celebrate our country.
Yeah.
This is our country. Good, bad, and ugly.
We had black military women and men fighting for freedom.
There's too many black people in this country who have bled and died on this soil so that you can have freedom. Mm-hmm. That's what we celebrate. We're not celebrating the white man came over here from England and now he don't have to, his rule is not over. The British people aren't over him anymore. So leave people alone. You don't know. And half of y'all, to be honest with you, you never celebrated it anyway. You just had barbecues on that day.
Off, and
that was a day for you to get with your family. And if you really, and to be technical, I hope none of y'all took advantage of any sales on that day. Any 4th of July sales. No, I'm saying the people who don't celebrate.
Oh, I took advantage
of
of the 4th of July
obviously you didn't go to Best Buy.
And get you a computer.
You didn't go and buy groceries they had
a
one
4th of July sale at the furniture store.
Yeah. You didn't get the mattress on that day.
Yes.
None of that. Because you don't celebrate.
That's right.
And you should have refused. We said it. When your boss told you was off, that should have been a day you should have said, no,
boss, I'm going to work today.
I'm going to come in. I don't believe in celebrating the 4th of July.
Thank you.
So y'all just talking.
But what's their reasons for it, though?
Well, I told you, because it's a white man's, they say it's a white man's holiday. They were celebrating it while we were still slaves. That's a white man's holiday in their mind.
But here's the thing, too. Yeah, we were brought over to this country. And it wasn't willingly. We was kicking and screaming.
Stupid, Lenore,
but the fact that we're living in this country, whether we like the country or not and brought over in a positive way or not, the first thing you need to understand is, yes, it is white and black. Freedom from British rule.
Period.
Over this country, whether you're black or white or Native American or anybody.
And then now, because we're so multicultural, if I have a white mother, is that side of me supposed to celebrate 4th of July?
Thank you.
Can she,
or Juneteenth.
Can she put...
She can't celebrate Juneteenth
So
with me.
Can she put the raisins in the potato salad.
You know what?
And then I'll eat your raisins in the potato salad on the 4th of July.
4th of July.
And then I'll go in the house because Dad's black. He don't celebrate the 4th of July.
Exactly.
Mom celebrates the 4th of July, but Dad don't celebrate. What is this?
I don't know.
That's why I told y'all back in the day in the 60s, you could have a colored fountain and a white fountain. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. What do I do now? I'm mixed. I'm Korean and white and black and yeah, that's what my mother said. But it was simple then.
What does a biracial kid drink from if we had to go back to those days?
So let's stop all of that. And again, if you don't want to celebrate it, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But don't talk about black people who do.
Yes.
Because y'all still Negroes on the plantation, in my opinion. You following the shiny object. Mm-hmm. Anything to separate y'all. Y'all so stupid.
Oh well.
You want something to separate us, but yet you actually, to be honest with you being used. That's in my opinion. You being used by the powers that want to keep you separated. That's true. And you such morons, you don't even realize it.
That's true.
But leave people alone.
I think we fight and argue and fuss about
over the 4th of July.
Things.
And then saying somebody's not black because they celebrate it. You still a Negro on the plantation, in my opinion.
And they didn't say that how many years ago? All of a sudden they got enlightened.
Because they woke now. Everybody's woke now.
You know what?
When we was young, you wasn't woke.
The woke that everybody needs to be is knowing who Jesus Christ is.
That's what I said. You still a slave.
Yahshua. The savior of the world. Once you're free,
then you're free.
Him, you are truly free.
So don't even have that conversation with me until the end, because in my opinion, you still a slave.
Okay.
Barbara says hi from Miami. Hey, Barbara. She says I am fat too, and I can do that. Oh, she could die.
Go ahead.
All right, Barbara.
All right.
She said Rick Ross lives in Miami. Wendy says, hey, aunties. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy said
she says he's not attractive with his shirt off. He's not attractive with his shirt on. And then Wendy says she's at the doctor's office.
That's why I say he lost a lot of weight.
So we got to pray for you, Wendy.
He was real big and bigger than that.
We got to pray for you.
Yeah, we'll be praying for you.
Wendy's at the doctor's office, Mom.
Okay.
All right, so that was my whole thing on that. I hope it's
July.
I don't want to hear about it anymore. Every year we had these same arguments.
They'll probably find fault in Memorial Day.
Everything.
And Labor Day.
Halloween is the Christian time.
And Halloween.
Halloween is the time when Christians divide.
Easter.
You're not saved.
It's not Easter eggs. It's Resurrection Sunday.
You're not saved if you celebrate Halloween.
Oh, I tell you.
You're not saved if I see a Santa Claus anywhere around you during Christmas.
Christmas tree in your house.
Christmas tree. You're not saved. Everybody, every holiday, something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just y'all
Whatever.
so stupid. I don't mind if y'all do all that with other things, but when you start saying somebody's not black or this, you're a Negro on the plantation, in my opinion. Like all you doing is separating.
Owens, don't they?
You're a moron.
Candace Owens, she paints a whole
race. Brush.
A whole brush on a person's race.
Runner mistakes at the end of a Peachtree 10,000K. It cost her $10,000 prize.
My mother was bugging us about.
My mother was getting on my nerves about this story. She must have been watching it all day on the news. Wait.
What show? Okay.
An elite runner's mistake in the final yards of the Peachtree Road race cost her the title and a $10,000 first prize. Sinbri, I don't know her name. Last year's champion was in front, approaching the finish line.
She usually wins, I think. She comes in the beginning. So the other ladies that were behind her was expecting to be a competitive.
She was approaching the finish line at the prestigious Atlanta 10-kilometer race Tuesday when a motorcycle police officer who was accompanying the three leaders peeled off to the right, and she followed him. Why was he there anyway?
Like how they ride along the side of you, maybe for safety.
But why did he peel off? Oh, to let them go.
No, they drive alongside while you're running.
But why did he peel off?
We don't know. I'm sure they probably talking to him because he probably feels bad.
Though the finish banner was in view straight ahead, and a course monitor frantically tried to direct her toward it. Within seconds, she realized her error, but by then the two other runners had passed her.
Already passed. Yep.
She finished. She won. So another girl won the race in 30 minutes, 43 seconds. 4 seconds behind her, and this lady took the third place. For $3,000. She still got $3,000.
So it's $10,000 for first.
Okay.
$5,000 for second.
And $3,000
for third.
She said, I saw the finish line. At first, I thought they didn't really show us that really yesterday where the finish line was. But after I saw that a car turned, I saw the finish sign in front of me. So I pushed ahead. But I was really upset because I really planned to stick with her at the finish. Right. She probably felt like I wanted to beat her.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just win and not beat the best.
Because of an error.
Yeah.
You know, I won.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get her because she sounds like she's competitive.
So you getting ready to, you was quick
I was going to blow it up like that.
All right.
But go ahead.
So much farther ahead of them.
All right. Let's see, Ma.
To the audience. And she comes back out.
That's her fault.
She comes back out and then she goes and finishes.
That's her fault.
That's what I was telling Mama. I said, we don't know where that police officer was going, but that didn't look like no finish line.
That did not look like a finish. And you can see the finish line.
That's what the other lady said. She said they really didn't show us where it was, but I saw it up ahead. She must have been really looking at the lights.
Okay. Now, this right here is a sermon.
This is a sermon.
The race is not given to the swift,
She was a swift.
nor to the strong, but to the one, what is it? That endureth until the end. There will be problems. A cop gearing off. But some, go ahead.
Can I say something?
But I know things will work out. Oh, yes, they will. For the good of them. Thank you.
Can I say something also about the men that went down in the submarine?
Mom, we talking about this.
Yeah, but okay, I'll get off that later. But they went swiftly down into the ocean.
Yeah.
So the race is not given.
I know what Mama talking about. You know what?
And this is what these people got to understand. And this is something these people got to understand. The longer we stay on, she may be way somewhere.
And I just want to say this, girls. Let me just say this one thing. I'm like, what?
All right.
Mama, that was 2 topics ago. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endureth until the end.
And that lady
she was right on. And how many of us, it goes back to what I just said about the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. We trying to get rid of systemic racism. Mm-hmm. We trying to change laws, and they got y'all arguing about the 4th of July.
4th of July. Should you celebrate it or not?
Well, you see the finish. You can see the finish line. You say, okay, well, let's
keep your course.
Stay on course.
Take balance. And this is life in general. She did go off with whatever took her off, whether those lights. She came back
and still finished.
And she still finished the race.
She still finished.
That's life.
She didn't win $10,000.
It don't matter.
Yep.
She got some money.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So what lessons do we learn from this? Okay. Number 1, never follow officers.
You know what?
She black. She should have known that right there.
Black people don't follow.
What black off? We don't even follow them when they tell us to turn here. We be like, sure?
Follow that cop.
You sure? You know, we question that.
Yeah.
When police officers tell us stuff, ma'am, can you pull over there? Why? Which to show this later, this black lady getting slammed down on the ground. We don't follow. Ma'am, put your hands behind your back. Why? Because we like, why you want me to put my hands behind my back?
Why I gotta get out the car?
Why I gotta get out the car?
Did I do something? I was just speeding.
So you can press my head up against the tire? No, thank you, sir.
Put your knee in my neck.
So her first thing was following him. Yeah. That's what Now, number two, she should have kept her eye on the prize, which is the finish line.
Yes.
I don't care what's going on over here. What if something would have happened with the people in the stands on the side and somebody got in a fight or something?
Yeah.
She should keep her eye on the prize.
Keep
focused.
Yes.
The other girls were focused.
Yes.
They weren't the fastest, but they were focused.
And they finished their course.
That's the other thing. God may not use the person who we think is the smartest, the best looking, the most talent, but they're focused and they're committed.
And they're willing.
And he knows that they're not going to just go off when something jumps on the course and a rabbit or something, and they follow the rabbit.
Follow the shiny object.
So a lot of times people get blessed and people go, why are they blessed? Because the funny thing about it, they may be a moron, but they know how to follow the prop. They know how to look ahead. Which way you want me to go, God?
Yeah.
Left?
They didn't even lose any step backwards. Yeah. So
that's a.
But it shows you both sides. It shows.
But
you
even
what
when you get off,
when you do get off track, off course,
and you can get off. You can marry the wrong person.
Yes.
You can be with the wrong person. You could have gotten pregnant, whatever.
Yes.
But God will work it out for the good.
Yes.
He'll still tell you came back.
Keeping that race.
You got back in the race.
Get back in.
I'm gonna bless you. Get back up again. And you stayed with me. Get back up again.
Get back up again.
For a saint is just a sinner who ran off course and got back on. No, and got back on.
Did not win. No, they won.
Yes.
They
phase off, but we come back on. We phase off, but we come back on. We phase off, but we come back on. For a saint is just a sinner who phased off, but got back on.
Okay.
Get back up again.
No.
Well, she didn't fall.
You said phase off, so now you say get back up.
But she didn't fall. But that's the same as if she would have fallen.
We get it, though. We get it.
But I'm saying some people fall. Yeah. And you get back up again.
That's true. In races, they've fallen.
You fall.
And got up and still kept running.
Yeah, you keep running. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of what's going on in this world and getting
Kim didn't like my photo.
It's a dumb photo.
I know. It's a bullet in the ground.
Well, there was so many mass shootings.
Yeah.
Over this weekend, or over the 4th of July.
And even remembrance of a mass shooting last year.
You know how much we are so used to it, nobody even
it didn't faze us, didn't it?
They had so many, they couldn't even report them all. In every state.
This past 4th of July weekend or just 4th of July itself?
More than 80 people were shot, at least 13 fatally, in a string of mass shootings across the country. And that's probably not all of them. That's just the ones up into this article.
Right.
According to law enforcement officials, between Sunday and early Wednesday, there were at least 8 shootings in which 4 or more people were wounded or killed in major cities, including Baltimore, Philadelphia, Washington, Boston, and Fort Worth. There was some in Chicago. That's why I said they don't even have every state. These is only a few. Among those killed was a 15-year-old boy, and many children were among the ones that was wounded. There were people walking around with the vest on and the automatics and going into crowds. See, you don't even hear about it anymore. Nobody talk. That's what I'm saying. Nobody talks about it.
Who's doing this?
John Cohen, a former U.S. Department of Homeland Security acting as Undersecretary for Intelligence, said the holiday shootings highlighted challenges law enforcement officials face with more and more people carrying firearms and using them to settle disputes, regardless of innocent people getting caught in the crossfire. So he said, while typically we look at mass shootings from the perspectives of whether it was ideology provided or motivated by some perceived grievance, he said, what we have also seen in this current threat is an increase of mass casualty violence as a reaction to disputes or disagreements with others. We see that with the people, like we said, coming out on their porch and neighbors doing it. It's more people having grievances or upset with something. Like that movie you said, what's his name? Michael Douglas.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Where he got mad
and just went off on everybody. Just until what? Until they got him?
He says it's hot, people are angry. There is a return to people attending crowded public events. See, we was out for a few years. We wasn't doing this. And more people believe it's justified to use violence in response to a dispute, he said.
Right.
So when did that start?
I mean, it's probably always been here, but where did it start being shined even more so?
One of the deadliest shootings unfolded over the holiday weekend in Philadelphia when a man armed with an AR-15, you was asking, style rifle, a pistol, and extra magazines wearing a bulletproof vest and a ski mask allegedly went on a rampage, seemingly firing at least 50 shots randomly at victims. So you didn't even know. The fact that I have to tell you about it says that nobody cares anymore. They don't talk about it no more. That's a year ago, a man walking into a crowd with an AR-15 and a bulletproof vest and a ski mask and shooting into a crowd of people
they pick and choose.
Would have been the main story on every news article.
Right, because it didn't happen that often. It's unfortunate that it doesn't have to be at a major baseball
No,
sports.
this was at a thing.
A major one? No.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, probably.
It's really sad that
it's
priority now.
It's priority now. It got to be a school,
a mall.
Yeah, or it has to be at like a major sporting event
before it to be on the major news.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you see how you didn't even know about that,
and you wonder too if it's ever in those shooters' heads to get on the news.
And at least 9 people were shot and wounded in Washington early Wednesday when a dark-colored SUV drove up to a group of residents outdoors celebrating the 4th of July, and occupants of the vehicle opened fire, according to the police. Now, that probably was something personal to somebody's family or something. If you driving up to somebody's house or a group of people, they want to take everybody out in that group.
Yep, so revenge.
5 wounded in Boston, at least 5 people in Boston early Wednesday when at least one gunman opened fire on a group of people who were apparently setting off fireworks. So they were mad at the people setting off the fireworks.
Oh, no.
Happened at 2 a.m. Why are they setting off fireworks at 2 a.m.?
And
that's not a reason.
Are they able to? Because most places are illegal.
But that's not a reason to walk up on people and start shooting.
No, remember the one man, because the girl's ball went in his yard. Or you turned it into their driveway.
Baltimore was a block party. It's on and on.
Maybe for some reason they didn't want to show a lot of that because of the holidays. They want to kind of like take a little moment of not sharing that on people's 4th of July.
Another block party in Louisiana shot up. Lansing, Michigan. A shooting occurred neighborhood near downtown Lansing. The victims all suffered non-threatening child among those wounded in Fort Worth shooting. Fort Worth always got something going on.
We have a friend that moved there.
Really?
Fort Worth, Texas? Yeah. It's near Dallas.
It's so many I can't even read. Kansas, 10 injured in a Kansas nightclub. That was a nightclub.
Wow.
It's too many. And I know we had some in Chicago.
Pennsylvania?
We didn't even make it.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Well,
so
people of God that believe in the power of prayer, the principalities are just really...
It's principalities among this thing. Principalities.
Yes, and it's no joke. You know, enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So whatever he can do with using the weapons, physical weapons to destroy people, he's all in it. We need to be on top of it with our prayer lives.
Well, put on the whole armor of God. We're in a war right now. Yeah. It's war going on. Spiritual war.
Yeah.
All right. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Physical war too.
Yeah, that too. Mama right. Even with Ukraine.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's another distraction, but we ain't going to talk about that.
Okay.
We won't get our YouTube channel taken down.
Is this the house in Hyde Park with Obama?
It's Washington.
Oh.
Y'all don't even look like Chicago. It says, defendant who cased Obama's neighborhood made week-long series of threats. First of all, a man was arrested last week for breaching the Capitol on January 6th. He drove a van full of weapons to Barack Obama's neighborhood before his June 30th arrest, appearing to target the former president home after Trump identified Obama's family address. So Trump doxed Obama. He put up, he went on there and put on Truth his whatever
home address,
Obama's home address. Trump did that. Remember when we was talking about who's worse, DeSantis or Trump, to get into the White House? Mm-hmm. I'm starting to go back now to say Trump.
Trump is. He calls about killing.
I'm starting to go back. It's overheated. I'm starting to go back and think that Trump is worse.
You think?
Because think about it. I don't know. It could go. What do you think?
I think Trump.
They both have issues with certain things. So as far as leadership, we know that DeSantis is probably more stable.
He wouldn't cause anybody.
He wouldn't do things like that. He would come down on a lot of, rulings, make rulings of things to try to make, in his mind, things correct and people being safe and all that. Whereas, I don't know, Trump is all over the place. Trump will get you killed. So I don't know. That's dangerous.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He needs to hurry go to jail or something.
DeSantis is bad because if anybody that's outside of white purity, you're gonna be in trouble with DeSantis. Like if you gay
he's
or
not even white,
but he think he is probably. If you're gay or anything like that or non-Christian, you can forget it. He coming after you.
Well, he's very, very conservative. That's the thing. So yeah, he's the Pence to the 25th power.
He's the Pence to the 25th power.
Yep.
And Trump don't care about stuff like that. He won't go after LGBTQ.
But the sad thing about it,
but yet he has these people that follow him
that are cuckoo and did even the January 6th kind of thing.
And it seems like when he was president, it got worse.
Yeah.
It seemed like more hatred, more people started.
They were open.
They felt empowered. They felt empowered.
He's a face. He's a figure, for them.
They were empowered.
Whatever that word is.
Empowered.
Yeah. Wow. So what's going on? His address is
out
there.
They caught this guy. But the point is that when Trump put Obama's address out there, he put Obama's family in danger. Because he knows that he has cuckoos that follow him.
So my thing is, what will it take? What if somebody did attack his daughters and hurt them? Would Trump feel bad about it? Because he put the address out there. Is that what he's expecting to? Is he wanting to see how much control he has of these people that follow him?
Well, he keeps threatening to say that if he don't win as president, that he'll unleash.
You don't let people do your dirty work for you.
They arrested this guy. He had bombs and stuff in his car.
But he's letting people do his dirty work for him.
The house and car.
That's why he likes the power. He's the narcissist. He's trying to be like Putin. He likes the power of somebody liking him so much that they'll go and take someone's life for him.
Right.
He likes that. You like me so much, you would take her life out? Yeah, I like that. You love me.
He likes to unleash that.
Crazy,
that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Who's worse?
Satan,
I almost say he's worse.
Satan using both of them. So crazy and delirious. I don't even know.
Well, Trump, he put out Obama's address. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he did other people too. Ma, it wasn't just Obama. He did other
told their addresses.
Other police presidents.
Who's over there?
Like Biden. Well, we know what Biden
platform that he's on now.
Him.
So he controls what he wants to say.
Yeah.
Think about it. What if he becomes president? He's still using that platform to voice what he feels.
Yeah.
He may tell secrets. He's not easy. He can't be trusted as commander in chief to have an open dialogue with anybody and his mama. He may, as president, say, go and take care of so-and-so. She lives at such and such.
Truth.
One of the Supreme Court judges he can sick people on.
True says he should have to do a mental evaluation before running again. He's not going to win, True.
He ain't going to do that.
He ain't going to do that.
He ain't going to let nobody sit down and tell him he crazy.
I just thought that was just crazy.
Yeah, that's sad. They need to move the Obamas. Move them to another place. And that's sad. And this man would have probably gone through with it, would he?
Yeah, if he would have been able to.
He was of another nationality. I don't know what nationality.
I'm waiting for something major to happen, though. I think lives are going to have to be taken for people to really get serious about what we say and what we don't say in political offices, in politics. It may take a serious person's life taken, or their children, or their home destroyed, any of the politicians, and it's really sad.
It says a June 30th search of the van also uncovered hundreds of rounds of 9mm ammunition, a steering wheel lock, and a machete. So why would you need a machete? That means he probably was going to kidnap him. Try to kidnap Obama. In addition, prosecutors worry that this guy has outside help to cover his tracks. Because guess what happened? Since his arrest, at least 2 of his social media accounts appear to have either deleted information or been deleted entirely. It is unknown at this time who is deleting these accounts. But there is a concern that if released, he will continue to attempt to destroy evidence. Somebody's out there destroying evidence right now while he's under arrest, which means that somebody's helping him.
He's not alone.
He's not alone. He probably part of some group, militia group or something.
Good old boys.
Well, speaking of prosecutors and investigators, they still got to be investigating this. Secret Service investigates a cocaine found in the White House.
Where'd they find it?
The U.S. Secret Service is investigating how cocaine was found at the White House on Sunday night with visitors' logs and footage. Aren't you glad you didn't visit? Because they'd be looking at everybody who visited. Mm-hmm. The discovery in the West Wing, Isn't
that a show called West Wing?
That's what a president is, which contains the Oval Office.
Did somebody plan it?
And other working areas for presidential aides and staff led to a brief evacuation. It's probably a staff.
I wonder if somebody planted it.
Or somebody a staff who probably own it. Secret Service agents found the powder during a routine inspection in an area that is accessible to tour groups. That's probably what it was. President Joe Biden and his family were at Camp David in Maryland at the time. They had found cocaine at the White House.
So it's in the open area where people come to tour.
It's where the people can tour. So it's probably somebody brought it in.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense than in the areas where they can't come.
The substance was found in a storage facility routinely used by White House staff and guests to store mobile phones. The White House complex was closed as a precaution around 20:45 local time on Sunday after it was discovered. A preliminary test later confirmed the substance was cocaine. The Secret Service will lead a full review of how it got into the White House. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said on Wednesday. White House staff are permitted to give tours of some parts of the West Wing to their friends and family. Some probably family member, crackhead. Visitors who are not accredited staff must store mobile phones and other personal belongings in the cubicles. That's probably what happened. Somebody brought their crackhead family member in there, and then when they realized they was getting searched, they put their phone and their cocaine into that area. They shouldn't have
no problems finding these people.
They'll know who it is.
I'm like, come on, we can't be that not knowing.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was Hunter Biden?
No. People be waiting.
Mama loved defending Hunter Biden. What if it was Hunter Biden, Mom?
They brought the cocaine in.
My mother said he changed his life.
Well, we're still waiting on him to take ownership of his child.
Yeah, change his life.
That's a big change. He's a father.
He does that.
Yes.
Look, if it come out that was Hunter Biden's, I would be surprised. And then he'll say, "Well, I had to get rid of it because they would have got me. I had to get rid of it." But I put that there a long time ago. My mother say he put that there 4 years ago.
Okay.
And they just now found it.
Hunter Biden's changes.
Hunter Biden.
He wouldn't use that area though either.
Well, we was talking about this video of this lady. The police slammed this lady down to the ground. This old lady. Have you seen this?
No.
All right, let's show you. No, she wasn't. You saw it, Mom?
She didn't.
Yeah. It was hollering, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, she said leave me alone because he was slamming her down to the ground.
And she's gonna report him.
Yeah. So let's see.
She's yelling. She's gonna report them.
It's probably gonna show a commercial. See. Always, everybody got to get their money in, I guess, huh? Mm-hmm. But yeah, they cops slammed this lady down to the ground. Newly released police body cam video captures the moment in LA Sheriff's Department slammed a woman in the ground and pepper sprayed her after a robbery at a grocery store. Deputies from the... Is it at the end? Okay. How do I...
Number 3.
Man, I don't have nothing. Okay, we're just gonna pack the cigarettes. See, there go this. Now what? I'm not even being resistant. Boss, why y'all doing all this?
Dude, relax.
That man was threatening me, man. My arm is up, man. I'm telling you, tell a police you don't know. No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
She was videotaping.
She was videotaping.
Get down on the ground. Get on the ground. It's already on YouTube. Stop. I don't give a shit. Stop. Turn around. Get your neck off my. I can't breathe.
Hey, we're in a fight at the window.
I can't breathe. There's no fight. You threw me down to the ground.
Now, first of all, no, his thing wasn't on her neck. So I know what she's trying to do because I can't breathe. We know that's George Floyd, but he nobody was on your neck.
She's like, I got your film.
But let's just go ahead. Now he didn't have to pepper spray her.
Hands behind your back. The man can stop twisting my arm.
Put your hands behind your back.
Call the commander.
What did she do?
She was filming while they was arresting that man.
But that's not illegal.
Nah, it's not. So there was no reason for them to even come over near her.
She was just videotaping, right?
Hold on.
B2B business, it's all about leads coming in.
She was videotaping like we all do. Because anytime a cop is involved,
We gonna videotape.
especially with a black person,
We
person
gonna
of color,
videotape.
everybody's camp. That's what saved the whole
George Floyd.
Yes,
It should bother her.
videotape. I know you got yourself on camera as well, but we don't know if that's turned on. We got to make sure we're getting all angles.
My thing is,
And that's probably her friend or something.
why
too.
do they care? If somebody's standing there videotaping.
So he made it worse.
If he made, okay.
He made it worse.
I don't know
now.
how many times
God.
we have to keep saying this to police officers. You are supposed to de-escalate stuff,
Thank
not
you.
escalate it.
Oh, she was.
Why do they do that all the time?
I don't know. And you're on video camera anyway. So what is her angle gonna do anything different? Unless I thought if she did something herself, then you're included too.
It's this whole thing of superiority.
Mm-hmm.
I told you to stop filming. You didn't listen to me. So now I have to beat
Arrest
you
you,
up
yeah.
and arrest you. The same, and it's not even white. Black. I told you the black officer did that to me.
Yeah.
When he pulled over, I said, can you just hurry up and write the ticket? He didn't like that.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
you talking to?
They get mad.
I'm talking to you. Hurry up and write the ticket.
Yes, because he was taking his time.
Now, all he had to do,
Yes.
you don't like what I said. You can say I was wrong for saying what I said.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what people are going through when you pull them over. Somebody could have passed in my family.
Thank
and I
you.
could have just been like, just hurry up and write the tickets,
Yes.
officer.
Yes.
But he didn't like that I was saying something back to him
You had an attitude.
and had an attitude.
Yes.
And that's when he was like, I
And
can
that's
arrest
not
you.
illegal.
How is having an attitude? If that's the but then they won't do that a lot of times to white people.
Yeah, they get all smart mouth, officer. What's wrong with you? You didn't. They don't get them for them back talking.
I don't know what it is.
I
They
just
have
think
got
authority.
to.
That whole thing about being an authority, and you're a law enforcer, so you're like, listen to me. What I got? What did I say?
And it wasn't like I can understand if it was 18 people with cameras around,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's like, now the situation is becoming unruly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all have a gun. It's too many people around me.
Right.
I'm trying to arrest this man. It was just her.
If anything,
If anything, he could have snatched the phone out of her hand if
Or-
he didn't want her to record
or
anymore.
ma'am, can you step back with your camera, ma'am? Step back because we need to clear this area while we take care of this gentleman. But to arrest her and pepper spray her, really, officer?
I was looking like, why would you pepper spray her?
Where's this going?
This an old woman.
That was just filming.
And it's two of y'all.
Just filming.
So that's what I'm saying.
At first, when I saw the video, I said, was she one that stole? Was she with that man?
Even if they did steal.
No, I'm saying it would give reason. Ma'am, you were in the store too. We need you to put your camera down because you need to come in as well. No, she's just filming.
I don't. They
Lord, I don't
just. I
understand.
told you. That's what I'm saying.
Let's see where this goes. I'm sure.
So
she's
you
gonna
know
sue.
we're gonna hear more about this.
Ugh.
Again, not knowing how to de-escalate something. Why would you escalate it? We said that. Remember, this was during the George Floyd thing. Remember, we was in the car and the police officer was trying to get everybody to move over or something in the high on the road, and we didn't see him, so we was driving, and he got mad and started yelling. Did he cuss?
I don't know.
I think he cussed or something, and we said out the window, "You really are. You're not de-escalating.
You didn't have to
this.
do that.
You're not de-escalating.
Now just simply tell us."
And he said,
where we need.
And
to
he
go.
said, "Okay, I need y'all to go over there."
Thank
but
you.
if we was some stupid, ignorant people, we would have met him with that same energy that he met us. We would have been like, "Who you talking to?" Nah, and then it would have went all the way left.
And remember our last, one of our neighbors that was in the military, one of our black neighbors, he was in the military. He was a Marine. He and his wife were coming home on a rainy day, and they did some roadblock in one of the areas, really nice areas in where we live. And they gave him a hard time because he was going down he didn't know there was a roadblock in his truck. And they gave him a hard time, and the wife was she was like, "What's your badge number? I'm writing your name down. What's your badge?" Because you're not even being nice.
You're being
mean. She reported him. She went to the police department, her and her husband. They felt shame. Yeah. Because he was military.
And I remember we took that police citizens class.
Uh-huh.
One of the things they talked about is that they learn how to de-escalate.
They learn that.
That's one of the things that they learn when they're becoming police officers. We took a whole class that night.
Citizens
on
Police
how
Academy.
to de-escalate. He gave examples of when you pull somebody out the car and they get smart with you. He said sometimes you got to let them breathe. Sometimes as officers, we learn.
You got to remove one person from.
You got to remove, maybe you got a hothead or whatever, mood and whatever. Mm-hmm. But sometimes he said, I'll let people cuss me out. Mm-hmm. I'll let them, he said, then when they done, I'll be like, "You done? Okay. The reason why I'm giving you this ticket is, but he said you could pull somebody over, they could go off on you.
Yes, because they're mad.
And he said sometimes, he was saying our body language. Mm-hmm. He said sometimes if you relax your body language, the person relaxes.
Yes.
But if you pumped up, they pumped up. Because they like, what you want to do?
They coming in all, and how you going to respond to that? Even more so. One of the
calm ways of talking.
But one of the things we did learn with the at the Citizens Police Academy class is, unfortunately, with all the training that these cops have, they still may handle things differently than the next one.
Each officer is different.
We asked one particular officer, we asked this one group of officers, how do you normally, when you got a car full of guys, and there's marijuana or some drug in there, who do you know who it belongs to? Yep. So when you pull them over, you don't know if it's the guys in the front or the guys in the back. One officer said, I pull them all out. Because I don't know who it belongs to.
I don't know.
Well, one mom raised her hand and said, my son was pulled over with his friends.
Thank you.
And you pulled him out.
Yes.
And the guy driving. You didn't pull the two guys in the back out. And you pulled my son out. They couldn't even answer.
They couldn't answer. They don't have a cohesive way.
Consistent.
Now, one thing they are cohesive in, and remember we went back and forth on this in the class.
Yes.
When we pull our guns out, we shoot to kill.
Yeah. They don't injure.
And I said,
they don't shoot you in the legs.
I raised my hand and I said, are you serious? He said, I kid you not. He's a police officer. He said, we are taught. That's why we don't pull them out all the time. You don't see a lot of officers pulling their guns out all the time. Mm-hmm. When we pull that gun out, we pull to kill. Not shoot.
The one that pulled it out on you, he was new.
He was
shaking.
I had an officer pull a gun on me, and that I should have been gone.
Oh, get back in the car. Ma'am, get back in the car.
And he said, the police said, you should have been gone.
Yeah.
Because any other officer would have shot you.
Yeah.
We do not pull a gun and say, get back in the car, move over, sit down. He said, that's television. And the officer said, they were saying that a lot of times these TV shows give people an unrealistic thought on how police handle emergency events. This case with this lady, as soon as they give you a command, let me tell you why they did that. We took police citizens class. He told her, stop filming. She said, I have a right to film, when she's right. Then when he came and grabbed her arm and put it behind her back and she pulled back,
she resisted.
They considered that resistance
arrest.
And according to when we took our police class, the first thing they supposed to do is take you to the ground. He did exactly what he was taught to do. And that's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
It don't matter whether you're a kid. It don't matter whether you're 80 years old.
Remember that old black lady they took out and made her go down the ground.
It don't matter if you got one arm and I got the other arm, the only one that worked.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you blind, cripple.
They got mad because one of my coworkers, she's handicapped. Her crutches is in the back. They got mad because she didn't get out the car. And get out the car. She was like, officer, what did I do? I didn't do anything.
See?
I said, get out.
They don't like, that's it.
Officer, I didn't do anything.
What they told us in the class, and again, I don't like this.
I know.
When your friend said, they said, get out the car, she should have at that moment said, I'm handicapped. My crutches are in the back. Not, what did I do? They hate when you say, what did I do?
Because she was pulled over and she's like, I didn't do anything.
They can't stand when they pull you over and say, and they ask you, get out the car. Well, what did I do? Get out the car. Well, sir, that's it. On the third one, you're getting grabbed by the neck and thrown to the ground.
But you're right, though, in a sense. We know cops should already have common sense now, and all that's happening in our country.
De-escalate.
Even if in your skin, under your skin, I don't like how that person's talking to me. They got a lot of attitude, but I gotta de-escalate. Ma'am, I pulled you over because you were speeding.
Ma'am, get out the car. I don't want to get out the car. Hold on. De-escalate. Ma'am, is there a reason why you don't want to get out the car?
Thank you.
Sir, I'm handicapped. I have crutches in the back.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for letting me know. I can go ahead and help escort you out. Now,
de-escalate.
Where are your crutches?
Now, you want to know why I pulled you over? I pulled you over because your license plate is dirty. Well, man, you ain't nobody else pulled me over before. Blank, ma'am. I need you to get out the car. I pulled you over because your license plates are dirty. There's no reason. I'm asking you why you can't get out the car. I'm letting you know, ma'am. I'm trying to de-escalate.
Yeah.
You got about another 5 minutes before I move to round 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Round 2, ma'am, is me pulling you out of this car, putting your face on the ground.
Ma'am, you don't want that, right?
You don't. Neither one of us want that. I want to go home to my family. I don't want 15 million pieces of paper that I got to fill out about pulling an old lady out of a car and putting her on the ground.
Is that so hard for a cop to do that? Seriously. This whole power thing.
It's a power thing. Don't ask me why I'm doing this.
I'm in control. I got the badge. I wear the gun. Listen to me. Gosh.
True says some get that badge and get drunk with power.
Yes.
Colleen said, good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
That's what it is.
It was, and then a lot of lives would be saved if they didn't act stupid themselves.
Because he didn't de-escalate it.
Oh.
Now, what's going to happen? She probably going to sue the city. The woman has cancer. So you slamming her down to the ground and pepper spraying her. She could be on chemo or something.
Thank you. Like the black lady in Chicago whose son came in and saw his mom being dilated.
Thank you.
You went quick to her and arrest her. Why didn't you take them all in and say, man, we got to take all of you in because we need to investigate what happened here. Let her know why you pulling her in.
So that's all I'm saying.
You said she took herself there.
Yeah. Well,
so that was even different.
And they have charged her.
Okay.
All right. So that's it with that. Janelle Monáe. Oh, no. Roller coaster. I just briefly gonna mention
What
this.
happened here?
Well, last time on Friday we talked about the crack in the roller coaster.
Oh yeah, in North Carolina.
This roller coaster was upside down for hours.
I can't imagine.
Festival goers got more adventure when they bargained for Sunday when a roller coaster ride got stuck in a fair in Wisconsin, leaving them hanging upside down for hours. 8 passengers were left suspended when a mechanical failure stalled the ride at Forest County Festival in Wisconsin.
Oh, Lord.
There was a mechanical failure in the ride where it became stuck in an upright position. The ride was recently inspected by the state of Wisconsin Fire Department.
Oh, no.
I'm telling y'all, quit getting on these stupid rides.
You're taking chances when you do.
Can you imagine being upside down
For that length of time.
for hours?
No.
Thinking your harness
Before the people even came to help?
your harness could come loose,
Oh, you can get dizzy.
blood rushing to your head.
Maybe somebody on there with health problems. Oh, Lord.
The first passengers got back to solid ground about 2 hours after emergency crews were dispatched. The last passenger reached the ground at 5:01, more than 3 hours after the ride stalled.
Oh.
So they probably had to take each person individually.
Yeah. Oh.
9 patients were treated by emergency medical services, and 1 person was transported to a hospital by ambulance.
Oh.
10 fire vehicles, 9 ambulances, and 50 people from 3 countries helped rescue the passengers. The ordeal came 2 days after a father spotted the crack in the steel support pillar at the other roller coaster. So I don't know what's going to happen.
This is not good. But people still take chances and risks to go to these amusement parks.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Maybe young people, but old people, you too old to be getting on a roller coaster.
I know. Well, is there age cutoff?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Janelle Monáe exposes her breast during Essence Festival performance. I don't know what's going on with her lately.
Our aunt went to see it. I'm going to ask her about it.
I used to like Janelle Monáe. I think she needs to stay in acting.
Yeah.
Because I'm about done with her with
I'm
music.
not crazy about her music. I'm more
What is she trying to do?
I like her as an actress. You know, when she was in Hidden Figures.
Janelle Monáe's recent performance at the 2023 Essence Festival on Friday, June 30th, left many with their jaws dropped. In New Orleans, the I Like That singer took the stage in black and white bikini top, shorts, matching hat, as she exposed one of her breasts. During the live performance of her song, You Featuring Jadina, whatever, Monáe sang the lyrics, sometimes I'm peachy and sometimes I'm vulgar. Even when I'm sleeping, I got one eye open. You cannot police me, so get off my areolas. The crowd cheered when the dirty computer impersonator, whatever, pushed the envelope during her performance. However, the move was met with backlash on social media. So the crowd cheered while they was there. Completely unnecessary, a music performance or a strip club. Somebody said, I'm confused. One Instagram user wrote, here's my thing. Do that at your concert. Do that at your concert.
Okay.
Why are you doing that at the Essence Festival? Everybody's there and everybody don't want to see your breasts.
She's trying to make a statement, right?
And everybody's not your fan. The festival is more than one person singing. So people could be there to see other people, not you. Mm-hmm. Do that at your concert. Because we used to you doing stupid stuff. Do that. Take your shirt off. Do all of that.
Where other artists are there.
And it was kids in the audience and everything. I just think the world is getting
a Janet Jackson moment, but she did it herself.
I just think that she's
trying to she's changing though.
She changes. She's doing the vagina videos, and I think here's the thing. Again, you want to be so shocking that your message gets convoluted with all these shocking things that you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. You're the PETA people who throw blood on people's fur coats. Mm-hmm. Whereas before people would have listened to you, but now that you throwing blood on fur coats, people is like, I don't want to listen to y'all. Y'all crazy.
I think as far as her making a statement, I'm trying to figure out how strong.
What is she trying to make?
Yeah, I can see if it's like Taylor Swift with the LGBTQ, people talking about AIDS, things like that. We're bringing more awareness to these things that people need to bring awareness to. But her flipping her breast out, what was that for?
She told Rolling Stones that she feels much happier when her breasts are out. and I can run around free. Do that at your house.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do that on
find you a
stage?
beach that allows it. That's open to it. Because I can tell you now, everybody's not open to it, but there's some places that are.
I
told
just
you I had some coworkers who she about a little bit not as big as me, but her and her boyfriend, they went to a nude beach in Jamaica. I said, oh, hey, that be you.
Well,
That's
yeah,
you.
but that's where you're supposed to go. You going to a beach.
Nude beach in Jamaica.
Not an Essence Festival.
Thank
and
you.
that's the other thing, too. It's like these people don't understand that there's places. Are you going to walk in church and just lift your shirt up at the offering basket?
Saying that you want to be free.
You want to be free?
That's not the kind of
This
free we
is
were talking
tacky,
about earlier.
And I
though.
thought she was much more. She seems classy, don't she?
I thought she was.
She seems like she comes off as somebody that's classy.
Yeah.
She's not.
The beginning days she was.
She trashy now.
But now I don't know.
She
But
not.
stay with
Janelle Monáe is
stay
not.
with acting though. I'd rather see you act than perform on stage.
And also, too, everybody's taking their clothes off.
Mm-hmm.
You make a bigger statement by keeping it on, like her. The singer, her, H.E.R.
Mm-hmm.
To me, she sticks out from the bunch because it's like, hey, everybody, I actually have talent.
Yeah.
I don't have to twerk and take my shirt off. And Janelle Monáe has talent.
And she's selling her talent. It's selling because she's a beautiful girl and she's talented.
And Janelle Monáe has talent.
Yeah.
That's something you do when you want shock value and you have no talent.
Or nobody.
It's like, hey, everybody, look at this. I can't sing. I can't dance. I can't act.
Right.
She actually can do all those things.
So I don't know what the statement was for.
I don't know what the statement was for.
Weak. It was weak.
She's weak.
Okay.
Somebody said, True said, oh, the lady had cancer and asthma. The one that was pepper sprayed.
Oh, wow.
And she's trying to make a statement, but it's getting old. Janelle Monáe.
It is.
Wendy says she's probably vulgar. Her girlfriend is Tessa Thomas, and it's too much. And she has class. Here is a lady. Wow. I thought Janelle, she comes off to me as somebody who's classy. Mm-hmm. And then she does these things,
now
and I'm like,
the truth.
now I know the real her.
Yeah. Okay.
She's not.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I thought she was, but she's not.
This brought her rating down.
It took her rating down. It made her like everybody else. Mm-hmm. She might as well just get up and twerk like everybody else.
She like Little Kim.
She worse than Little Kim. Mm-hmm. Little Kim, that's what she was about.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
expect Little Kim to get on stage and show her breasts and whatever. Janelle Monáe, what is that? She's just ridiculous. She's ridiculous.
Yep.
Come on, girl. Okay, real quick. Lindsey Graham, Maya's your friend. Lindsey Graham was booed at Donald Trump's South Carolina rally.
I thought he was supporting him.
Well, here's the thing.
What did they boo him for?
Remember in the beginning, he didn't like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he dogged him out.
They got confused.
So these people, is this when I sent you the link?
Uh-huh.
So these people, they don't like him.
What you need?
Go to the video. Is this the video?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
So this is not the link.
I couldn't understand the booing though.
This is not the link.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the link showing? Them booing?
Well, yeah, I was going to show the link.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me go back. Put Lindsey Graham booed. I want to show him getting booed. It's so funny to watch him get booed because he's a Trump supporter now. But these mega people remember him. They remember
because the View be talking about how he supports them.
They remember. They remember. They remember how he...
This is Sadie. She's on Verizon, and she's got the new My Plan. So she gets exactly what she wants and only pays for what she needs. She picks her perks and saves on every one. Make your move to My Plan. Act now and get it for $25 when you bring your phones. It's your Verizon.
You know what they've also pledged to do? Support the nominee.
Support it.
If it's Donald Trump.
Really.
Was that a mistake?
Oh, that's not the thing.
This is Sadie. She's...
Welcome to Pickens.
They booed him the whole time.
Thank y'all for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
You know
Thank you
what?
very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Did they say why he
Thank
they-
you all
That's
very
it.
much. Welcome to Pickens County. A little bit about this county. Just calm down for a second.
You know what?
They booed him the whole time that he was up there.
Why they boo him though?
How
I
you
thought-
get, go
I
back to
thought-
Lindsay on here.
I thought he was.
They booed him the whole time.
I
that-
thought he was part of the whole Trump thing.
The crowd booed Senator Lindsey Graham
Changed it so much.
and drowned out his remarks as he rallied for former President Donald Trump in downtown Pickens, South Carolina. And that's where he's from, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, you want to find something in common, the Republican lawmaker asked the crowd at the event. I've come to like President Trump and he likes himself, and we get that in common. I like Trump and he likes himself. In other words, he don't like me. But that's what we got in common. We both like him.
Okay.
And I'm going to help him become president of the United States. Graham, who grew up in Pickens County, even pointed out that he was part of the Senate Judiciary Committee that helped bolster the Supreme Court's conservative sheen. He's trying to sell himself to the mega people. They don't like him.
So now he needs to jump ship.
No, he can't, because he can't keep going back and forth.
Oh.
And I told you, I think Trump has something on him.
You think?
Yeah, because he helped him win. Remember, he was trailing.
Because Joy and them on The View, they just he's a disgrace.
He was trailing.
Yeah.
And then Trump jumped in and helped him win, so now he owes him. He sold his soul to Trump.
But they're booing him because
They don't like him. They remember Lindsey Graham. They don't like him. He was an enemy of Trump.
Oh, back in the beginning.
Yeah, so they still don't like him.
Okay. I thought maybe they changed their mind because he's been kind of brown nosing now and trying to get him back in the group.
Trump said, we're going to love him. He's half and half. When we need those liberal votes, we'll need him.
See?
We know the good ones. We know the bad
He ain't
ones,
writing
Trump
them off
said.
yet.
Later in his speech, he mentioned Graham again by name, and the crowd began to boo again. Trump couldn't even stop them from booing Lindsey Graham. But he's saying we need him in the Senate. He's a vote for us, guys. As much as we don't like him, he's a vote for us. Who wants to be part of that team?
But the people that are supporting Lindsey, they're not going to vote for Trump. The other side, not the mega people. His people that really,
Who
they're
supports
starting to
Lindsey
turn
anymore?
I'm just saying they're turning their heads even to Trump,
Right.
and he may not win.
Lindsey is a man without a country now. Because
Is he running again?
He has to, not now, but
He may not
in
win
another,
the next
5 years
election.
or whatever.
They may, and in fact, he may even lose his seat.
Yeah. He knows that. His people booing him.
He's so funny.
He may lose his seat. He may lose it to a Democratic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendy says her is classy. The one I said.
She is.
Monet is common, as my grandson mother would say, no morals and no scruples. Yeah. She's ridiculous.
And she wasn't like that at the
She
very
wasn't like that in the beginning.
I liked her her whole thing, like kind of like Lisa Ray. What's Lisa Ray? She had a middle name. She wore white all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So Janae always wore black and white.
She always wore black
So I was
and
like,
white.
oh, I want to see what she had on next.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
She vulgar. Man dies, just quickly, I'll mention it. Man dies after going into Lake Michigan to help children tubing, in Winnetka authorities said.
sad.
This man was pulled back onto the boat, at which point others started CPR, and the boat was driven back to the shore, authorities said. A man drowned on Tuesday afternoon after jumping into Lake Michigan to help multiple children who were tubing near Elder Beach. Winnetka police chief said the city's police and fire departments were called to the beach regarding the water rescue. The man, who was boating with others on the lakefront, jumped into the lake to assist the children who were tubing, but ended up going under the water. The man was pulled back into the boat, at which point others started CPR, and the boat was driven back to the shore. Firefighters and paramedics took over care and transported the man to Evanston Hospital. He was initially listed in serious condition and later pronounced dead at the hospital. So he jumping in, and I told you, I bet you the kids were safe.
Yeah, he helped them. I guess nobody died.
The current probably took him under.
That's sad. When you help somebody, you give your life. I'm thinking he probably didn't realize he was gonna, go down himself. But
right.
His whole idea was rescue the kid and be done with it.
Yeah.
Oh, poor man.
All right, now you saw this TikTok.
I mean, it's a
we try to do a
one.
TikTok of the day.
I'm laughing at the little boy and his response.
Okay, let's see. We try to do a TikTok a day just like we do joke of the day. Mm-hmm. So this is TikTok of the day. Who is this? The name over there. Animal Home 110. Oh.
He's spanking him.
Oh, is that why you put this? Because he's spanking him.
And he was trying to bite him. You know how we're scared of these kind of birds? He ain't scared. Because he was messing with him.
Oh, okay.
Like he was poking at him. And he didn't like that. And he went to spank him.
Somebody says, wait, you have to cook him first.
Yeah.
A bite for a bite. The kid is my hero.
He spanked that.
He bited him, so he want to bite him back.
And when we see these birds, are these the geese?
I was getting ready to say.
Sometimes we like, oh.
I was getting ready to say the reason why I was getting ready.
I'm not advocating animal abuse, but these birds.
I cannot stand these birds.
Some of them, I would see coworkers when one of my old jobs, they would, depending on what color you're wearing. This one girl had a bright yellow coat, and he was trying to attack her. And she's like, oh my God.
Let me look at this chicken again. Look at the chicken. What is he doing during this?
Is that a rooster?
Or a rooster?
Is that a chicken?
Look at him. I'm laughing at the chicken. The chicken is like, look, I don't want no part of this.
I wonder if this geese is used to being over there. Because he's just acting like, I'm playing with you, trying to get some food.
Oh, he's playing with him.
But the boy is like replying like, you trying to get at me. I'm spanking you. Bad bird. Watch it again.
Let me see. One more. It ain't that funny, but we'll look at it. It's more about, I guess, you looking at his reaction.
Yes. I didn't think he would spank him. And try to bite him.
It's like the bird don't even care.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he used to it. He not still trying to attack him. Maybe it's a young bird.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
But I just wanted to show that.
Lenora picked that out.
Okay. Well, you picked this. I thought the one you picked the other day was not.
Which one?
Funny.
Michael Jackson?
No. What was it?
The Michael Jackson. The other ones are funny.
What Michael Jackson?
The man singing at the funeral like Michael Jackson?
No. It was the animal one.
Oh, the man pushing the dog's butt.
I was like, yeah. Talking about mine.
All right.
Okay.
Funny.
Okay.
Thought I was going to see. It would have been funny if the boy fell or something. I would have laughed.
You know what? No. I'm laughing because he's spanking the bird. Bad bird.
Oh, okay.
He's spanking him in the butt.
All right.
Go ahead.
Real quick, Meta takes aim at Twitter with new Thread app. There's a new app that Facebook is introducing. No, next one.
Okay.
There's a new app that Facebook is introducing. And they're trying to become like Twitter.
Uh-oh. They may have to. Because
and it's going to be on Instagram.
One day, Twitter may be done away with.
It's going to be on Instagram and it's going to be on Facebook. You'll download the app. It'll hook up to your Facebook and Instagram. And you'll be able to post like Twitter. How you just post for a few characters. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do a picture or nothing like that.
They got ahead of the game.
And you can have a conversation with somebody like Twitter, where y'all back and forth. You just retweet. Well, we ain't gonna say tweeting anymore. It's gonna be whatever this is. Mm-hmm. Somebody put something up that you want to just repost that. Mm-hmm. You'll repost those words. It'll be just like Twitter.
And who's controlling this? Who is this?
Mark Zuckerberg. Remember they fighting in Rome. Mm-hmm. So he going after Elon Musk now. So now he creating a app where
this makes sense.
It's
too.
called Threads.
What TikTok is not either one of theirs, but they're probably hearing through the grapevine that eventually the government wants to do away with TikTok. And I think then one state kind of like banned it.
Oh, they did?
Montana. Yeah, one of those states banned TikTok use in that state.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is a good plan to be ready for when TikTok goes away. People got, I can use this then.
I say this to everybody. All of them might go away. So a lot of people put their pictures and everything on Facebook, and you don't have copies or you haven't downloaded them. If Facebook goes away or Instagram, that's every picture that you put up there.
Yeah.
So if I was you, I would download my pictures. I would save them, put them on Dropbox or somewhere. Even then, that could go away. Have a flash drive.
Storage things could go away.
Those drives, put them on your drive. If it's pictures that you took pictures of, somebody's funeral or something you don't want to lose.
Right.
I would put them on your flash drive. I wouldn't just keep them on Facebook and Instagram.
In the cloud.
Yeah. So that's just my
that cloud may float away.
Yep. Or they may do away with it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. So that was it. Don't forget to get our book on, I got it right here in front of me. The link is in the description. 100 Family Friendly Jokes. Volume 1. We're working on the next one, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That'll be out with more jokes. So be ready to get that one. Don't forget to join our network. It's on every social network. We have a membership.
Oh, we do?
Oh. Yes, so we talk about it all the time. Our membership.
I didn't know it was on every
it's
network,
on all the social networks.
What do you call it?
It's on all
platform.
of them. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.